Okay then guys, today we're going to go through the Yu-Gi-Oh binder. Now this is, well, one of my Yu-Gi-Oh binders. Now this is specifically housing different decks that I could have available to me if I decided I wanted to play them. In here will be the hero deck that I played a few weeks ago at Locals, as well as like some of the other cards that I took out for the side deck of that particular deck. So let's get started, and we start off with the Slifer the Sky Dragon structure deck, with obviously the Soul Crossing and the Thunder Force Attack, Ultimate Divine Beast, all the support cards that came for the Slifer the Sky Dragon. And yeah, there's I mean, it's not the strongest deck, but it comes with like some very helpful cards. So we've got the Harpy's Feather Duster here, and the Book of Moon, both of which I took to Locals. And you get the Mirror Force, and I think that's about all I took from this deck. And we move on to the Obelisk. Again, not the greatest of decks. I mean, it's pretty cool that they have a deck, you know, focused around these god cards, but just as a deck by itself, just especially if you just get the one box, you're probably not going to be able to do too much with it. Again, you get the Harpy's Feather Duster, but it's only at one, so I could only take one with me. I could have maybe taken the Forbidden trio here, the Chalice, the Lance, and the Dress, but I just didn't see a way of fitting it into either my deck or my side deck. I think I may have taken the Brain Control, but I didn't end up using it because I noticed the change in the text there, where you can only take control of a monster that can be normal summoned, with the amount of people going into their extra deck or special summoning, or cards that say this card must be special summoned. There's not much chance of them leaving a monster on the field that this can take hold of. And I did take the Drowning Mirror Force, and maybe the Call. Oh no, it already has the Call of the Haunted in there, I think. So that's it for those, and we move on to the Norse Gods deck. This one I've tried playing with a few times online and on Edo Pro, I think it's called, and I just am terrible at piloting this deck. I mean, to be fair, I'm terrible at piloting most decks, so that might say more about me than it does about the deck itself. But just looking through here, I don't. Again, we've got the Forbidden trio here. That's pretty good. I just found it so difficult to like get the right numbers out in order to go into the three boss monsters here. From here, I did take a Mystical Space Typhoon and the Dark Hole for the hero deck. I think I might have also padded this out with some other things, like Magical Stone Excavation I don't think is in here. I think I put that in there, as well as Cloud Castle. There's a second Thor here, which I think I pulled from a pack, and the Varum here, I pulled that from something as well. That doesn't come with the deck. Onto the Gravekeepers. This is one. So this is actually the Marek structure deck. Now, what I'm going to be doing with this is transforming this into just a purely Gravekeepers deck. So there's some specific cards that I want to get a hold of. So a lot of this stuff will be changing. The 3 spies here will stay. I think these are all from King's Court anyway. I think I think the deck itself comes with 2 of them, but I got rid of that, and I got rid of those in exchange for these ones. Just look a little bit nicer. So yeah, we've got a few of the Gravekeepers monsters here. with the lava golem. Again, I want to get a few more of the commandants to make searching out Necro Valley even easier. Maybe get another guard, and then there's, what is it called? It might be Gravekeeper's Spiritualist, that when Necro Valley's up, it lets you go into the fusion monster really easily, as well as some of the other stuff that works with Necro Valley that stops like your opponent from special summoning anything except Gravekeeper's monsters. There's one that I think it's called Stele, that lets you bring cards back from the graveyard, and there's other stuff that are like negates for spell trap effects, all that kind of stuff. Creature swap is still very good. I took the Book of Moon with me as part of my Heroes deck. This is a card that I picked up along the way too, and Necro Valley Temple, it decreases the attacks of your opponent's monsters while Necro Valley and Gravekeepers are on the field. I do want another Necro Valley. These will probably change. Mirror Force, took it with me to locals, and this is the fusion monster that I want to be going into. So if I can get a couple more of these, the Supernaturalist as well as the Spiritualist, then we could be on to something. Moving on. Here we've got Phantom Knights. Now, while I was at locals, everyone was telling me that you should be running Phantom Knights because they're really good, and I was like, I don't know, I've never tried. I have this, but I don't know how good this is. But you know, I guess it'd be worth a shot. I mean, you know, what have I got to lose, right? So this is where I got the Effect Veiler and the Twin Twisters, actually, and the other Dark Hole for the Heroes deck. And yeah, again, I've never tried to use this deck. I know they have like effects that activate in the graveyard and things like that, so that's why they'll have the Foolish Burial, and they go into these Xyz monsters. But yes, until you try it, I guess you don't know if you like it. It's just, from looking at the artwork, maybe it just never appealed to me. Up next we have the Heroes. So this is a collection of the Heroes cards that I took with me to locals. Obviously all of the stuff from the side decks that were in the other decks won't be here with these. So we've got the Shadow Mist and the Malicious, classic combo cards there. The 3 Mass Change, the Summon Monk, the Clock Tower Prison, which I wasn't able to make stick on the field against the Sky Strikers player, but tried my best. It got up to 3 turns before he sent it back to my deck. Destiny Draw was helpful. Well, not that helpful because I didn't win, but it was fun. And then we've got the traps and the extra deck here, which, if you've watched the video for the locals, you'll know everything that's in here. So this is just the cards that I've pulled from King's Court. It's all one-offs. It's anything extra that I got on top of this has gone into a box, into storage. Yeah, so this is the set so far. I've not completed the set. There's still a few of the ultra rares and things that I've got to get. Most notably Lightning Storm. That's a real tough one to pull. I think actually my my local card shop has stopped selling the boxes now. I think they've sold out. So the only option for me to get it will be online, buying packs, or to just buy the singles. And as you see there, we did manage to pull the Slifer the Sky Dragon out of a box. That was probably the biggest pull from that box. And yeah, that finishes this binder. These King's Court cards will probably be being moved to another binder at another point, because the more I get used to some of the other decks, I may want to add permanent side decks to them, in which case those cards will go in here as well. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I'll see you later.